do. If there are 5 different viewpoints on any one subject, they'll find them. Each one has a better idea than the next. All chiefs, no Indians, my father used to say when he'd visit. Could they be arguing one minute and laughing the next? The fights never meant they loved each other any the less.
Sounds like my family.
You're very special to him.
Well, we're definitely getting along better than we did.
Oh, it's more than that, you know. You're the first and only girl he's brought home since his father died.
Terry develops an irresistible urge for Jack when he puts on a macho mustache on Three's Company. Then Doralee and Judy are shocked when Violet's new romance leads to a big promotion on 9 to 5. After, Jennifer becomes a candidate for murder when a beautiful young woman wants to make Jonathan her man on Heart to Heart. Can Palmer change Daisy's mind about Lars? Watch All My Children next. And now stay tuned for FYI, as Hal Linden tells you what you need to know if you must leave your kids home alone.
Roses for Janet on Three's Company Wednesday.
Maggie? Maggie! Oh, Faith just told me that there's a letter from my mother on the way from Tacoma.
Yeah, my friend picked it up in the mail.
Oh, well, where is she?
Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
I don't know. I forgot to ask.
You didn't ask her to read the letter to you?
No. Well, I couldn't. She'd already forwarded it.
Oh, I see. Well, did she say anything about a return address?
Mm-mm. I forgot to ask that, too. I'm sorry. The pills must be making me dopey.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Is the pain still bad?
Yeah, I'm okay if I don't move. A minute ago, I reached for a candy and I almost went through the ceiling.
Oh.
I think it was trying to tell me something.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry about that. Oh, I am so excited about this letter. It means I'm finally going to get in touch with her.
I hope so. But with Mama, I wouldn't count on anything, Jill.
Well, when did they say they mailed it?
This morning, I guess.
This morning? Don't you see? That means we could get it tomorrow. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm so glad I have something to do tonight. Otherwise, I'd be sitting around here waiting.
Faith said you had something important to both of you to go to tonight?
Yeah, we're going to a dinner for the children's wing of the hospital. We responded a long time ago, or else we wouldn't leave you alone. Are you going to be all right?
Oh, I'll be fine. Well, Faith's a doctor, so I can understand why it's important to her. She said you'd explain.
Oh. Well, the hospital wing is a memorial to my son. It's something else that you don't know about me. There's a lot.
I'm sorry. You don't have to tell me now.
It's all right. I'll tell you one of these days soon.
Whenever you want.
Okay. Anyway, you take care of yourself tonight, all right?
What else can I do?
Well, you can make sure that you don't answer the doorbell, okay? And use the phone if you need anything.
Please don't worry. I'll be fine.
All right. I'll stop in before we leave, okay?
Okay. Go on now. I don't want to make you late.
I'm not going to be late. Do you want the door closed?
I may take a little nap.
All right. I'll see you later. Forgot to leave you this just in case you need us.
Oh, great. Thank you. I guess the pills are making me sleepy.
Well, you get some sleep. I won't wake you when we go.
Okay. Will you stop in when you get home?
Well, I'll see if you're up, all right?
All right. Good night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Now, what would my elegant mother have to say? It's got to be something I can spell.
I'm not the first partner he's brought home, now am I?
There's a lot less fanfare with a partner. I know the difference. You're not surprised,
Well,
are you?
it was pretty difficult for us to get to know each other. It's only been recently that we've been able to have a civil conversation.
Yvonne's one of the best arguers I've ever met.
You do all right yourself.
Light fixed. Needed a bracket. Has she given you an argument yet?
She insisted on drying the dishes when I wanted her to sit and have coffee.
See what I tell you? Stubborn. Obstinate.
I told her you'd always enjoyed a healthy exchange of opinion.
Well, I had to in this family. If I hadn't stood up for my rights, I'd have been mowed under.
Oh, listen, I was the youngest of 5, so I had 6 people to tell me what to do.
Me, I was right in the middle. 2 older than me, 2 younger.
The only one he never yelled at was Jeannie.
And
Jeannie's the one who never gave me any trouble about anything.
Jeannie's the next oldest, right?
Only a year between them. I'll tell you the truth. I was less than thrilled when I found out that he was on the way. We'd just been told that Jeannie had a congenital heart defect and would probably need surgery about the time he was due. We'd been giving her special care since the day she was born. I didn't know how I was going to handle it all.
I can imagine.
But the Lord works in mysterious ways. This child was a blessing. He was the one who took care of Jeannie. He learned to walk before she did. I'd look out the window, and there was Billy, no more than 2, the soul of patience, pulling Jeannie back to her feet when she fell, entertaining her, laughing with her. And it's been that way all their lives. He still picks her up when she's down.
Okay, Mom. Okay.
She asked about you.
No, she didn't.
I thought she did.
You knew I was going to.
That's right.
You make me sound like a saint.
Well, you were almost. He never gave us any trouble.
Oh, come on now. I could have gotten lots better grades in school.
You would have if you'd wanted them.
I didn't play pro ball.
And you could have done that, too, if you'd really wanted to. He wanted to be a cop for as long as I can remember. Why?
I don't know, usual reasons, I guess. Police Athletic League had a program in the neighborhood. Used to go down there all the time after school. Guys that ran it were terrific. They had this one guy, Ned Lutz, a huge man, 6'6", 245 pounds. Terrific athlete. Very soft-spoken and quiet. Well, he kind of took me under his wing. John, this guy, he was on the force for 15 years, never had to pull out his gun once, not once. One day he's walking down Queens Boulevard, some guys are pulling a robbery, and a stray bullet catches him in the back of the neck. Still alive in an institution upstate.
Billy was 15 at the time. He visits him every couple of months.
Sometimes I get the feeling he even knows me. I was sure of it once. Went to see him when my dad died. Told him about it. With tears in his eyes.
Well, I'd love to sit here forever. But I better get my Häsekuchen and get over the Great Neck.
Oh, you don't have to go to work tonight, do you?
I want to be there to get the children their breakfast.
Well, thank you so much for a wonderful evening.
It was a pleasure. I hope I see you again
I
soon.
hope so, too. Just stop by Ryan's anytime.
I'd love that.
Good.
Thanks, Mom. Drive careful, please.
I always do.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
I really like her.
Huh? She likes you, too?
Well, I guess we'd better get going, too.
I've been wishing I had insisted you come with me on this trip. You would enjoy the beautiful snow-capped cone of the Popocatépetl volcano and the beautiful floating gardens of Xochimilco. It is a city of glass, concrete.
Here's the...
Maggie! 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 Hey, babe! Oh, there you are.
Cool it, Stanley.
Come on down here.
I can't.
Whoa. Well, how about that? You weren't putting me on about your sister.
Of course not. I can't talk now. I'll call you in a few days, okay?
Hey, what is the problem? Get yourself down here.
Whoa, that's very nice.
It's really nice to see you, Stanley, but I can't talk now. I'm sick. So why don't you give me a buzz in a few weeks, all right?
Hey, you don't look sick. You look terrific.
Well, I am sick. Possibly contagious, so you better go now.
Really? I will take my chances. You know, I was really bummed out when you took off on me the other night. Why did you cut out?
That's when I first started to feel sick. I'm sorry, but I had to get out of there fast.
Well, you should have left me a note or something. I mean, how did you expect me to find you?
I didn't have time to think about that. How did you find me?
Well, I remembered that, you know, your sister was running for Congress. You told me that, and I saw all this Jillian Coleridge stuff in the papers. I figured that had to be the chick that you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I let my fingers do the walking, and here I am.
That was really smart of you.
Yeah. I hope you're glad to see me.
Well, I am. I would be if I didn't have to be in bed.
Oh, hey, well, don't let me keep you up. Come on, let's go.
No, that's not a good idea, Stanley. Why don't you just call me in a few weeks?
Oh, come on, babe. Is that fair?
Well, I'll call you then. Leave your number and I'll call you soon.
Axe that.
Why?
Because you'll have trouble getting a hold of me. I got a lot of gigs out of town.
Well, I'll keep trying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do I know I can trust you after you split on me? Huh? You know, I was very, very pained by that, you know?
Well, I'm sorry, but now that you know why...
First I thought, this chick is a waste. But then I kept having these incredible visions about you, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm really flattered, Stanley. But I am going to ask you to leave now.
This is friendship? Hey, I bought you food for 3,000 miles. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, except for a really close friend, someone who I thought would still be my friend when we got to New York, huh? Huh?
I'm sorry, and I'm planning on paying you back every cent as soon as I can.
I don't care about the money, babe. It's the principle of the thing.
Well, I care about my credit. And I'll pay you back the next time I see you.
Yeah?
All right?
Just how soon is that going to be, huh?
As soon as I'm well.
Okay. All right. Okay, but, look, here, now that I'm here, why don't you give me the tour? Looks like a pretty interesting place.
Well, it is. And I'd love to show it to you sometime, but not tonight, all right?
You mean to tell me I came all the way uptown for nothing? Hey, the least you can do is introduce me to your famous sister, huh? Come on. I gotta get something out of this.
especially the baby book. I like to picture you with all 5 toes in your mouth.
I never needed a pacifier.
How is your sister Jeannie? I meant to ask you that before.
She's fine. They fixed up whatever was wrong. She has her ups and downs like everybody else, but her heart's okay. She has a good heart. You'll meet her sometime.
I liked your mother.
You told me.
I felt as if I'd known her all my life.
So did I.
And I am continually amazed at how many similarities there are between our two families. I feel as though I know a lot more about where you're coming from now.
I felt like I knew you the minute we met.
But from the minute I pushed in the mud?
From the first minute I saw you.
Well, sometime I'd like to meet the other kids in your family. Because as you said, you know, as I said, there's a lot of similarities between... For instance, I mean, my brother Pat and myself is probably parallels Jeannie in your relationship, and my brother Frank and Mary...
As I do.
I do, but it's just very confusing, and it's just too much too soon.
Okay, I can accept that. For now.
Okay, Stanley, I'm going to level with you. Because I think you'll understand, and I hope you'll want to help me.
I helped you before, babe, and that got me nowhere. You know, I was feeling totally mortified when that waitress told me you flew out on me.
I know, and I don't blame you at all. But I was crazed that night, and all I could think about was seeing my sister. Anyway, I didn't tell her I came on a bus from Tacoma. I told her I took a plane and that I lost my luggage with everything in it.
Ooh, well, that is outstanding.
I hated lying to her, Stanley, but I couldn't let her know my life was different from hers. You can understand that, can't you?
Yeah, maybe.
She's wonderful, Stanley. She's this beautiful, kind, good person. And she likes having me here. She really does. Don't spoil it for me.
So you want me to say I met you on a plane, not the bus?
No. I don't want you to say anything at all. In the first place, she isn't even here.
Oh, fantastic. We have the whole place to ourselves, huh?
But she may be back any minute. And I'm supposed to be flat on my back with a back injury. So please, I wasn't even supposed to answer the door. And if she comes home now and finds me here, just please go, Stanley.
Well, how come you're faking a busted back?
I won't have to find another place to stay.
I already told you can crash at my place.
Stanley, it's important to me to get to know my sister. So please go now and don't come around again or you'll ruin everything for me. You don't want to do that to me, do you? You see how things are?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I won't call the cops on you, babe. Listen, I wouldn't do that to a friend.
I knew you'd understand. You know, I was really attracted to you.
Yeah.
And if things had been different, who knows? But they're not, so...
I don't give up that easy. You really turned me on. I made a big investment in you.
I told you I'd pay back every cent.
I'm not interested in the money. I am interested in you, babe.
It's just not possible now, Stanley.
Well, look, you can dream up another tale, okay? You can make up one more about me. Say I'm your fiancé from Seattle, huh?
Yeah, well, that's not a bad idea, but, I already told her there's nobody special in my life.
then you better think of something else, babe.
All right. I'll see what I can do. I'll try and think up something. But for now, please go. Okay?
Hey, she won't find us in your room, huh?
Yeah, she will. She's gonna check on me when I get back.
Well, then, why don't we just go down to my place, huh?
No. I gotta be here when she gets home.
All right, then. All right. We make it tomorrow night, my place.
I can't get out without her knowing it.
You'll find some way.
I'll see what I can do.
You be there.
I'll try.
Promise.
I promise to try.
That's no good. That's no good. I'm not leaving until you promise to be there.
All right. I promise to be there. Now, please just go.
Wait. You don't have my address.
Hurry.
All right. Here it is. My address. No phone. No way to cancel.
All right. Great. Thanks. Go on now.
Oh. Don't sweat it. If you're not there by, say, 9 o'clock sharp, I'll just come by and pick you up. It'd be nice. Maybe I can meet the whole family. I'd like that. Ciao, babe.
More political endorsements live at 5.
And so, Maggie, I can't give you a forwarding address at this point, as we'll be moving into deeper, more hidden woods tomorrow, and away from all civilization, especially post offices. Maggie? Come in.
How you feeling?
Stiff.
Well, did you manage to eat some dinner?
Not really. I had to be very careful.
Listen, maybe we should get somebody in here to help you.
No, I like the challenge. Mama says every challenge you meet makes you stronger.
Hey, that's pretty wonderful. You know, I wish that we had gotten that letter today.
Me too. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, well, let's just cross our fingers. So, you want something else?
No. No thanks.
Oh, boy. Listen, you know what? Maybe you should try to lie flat. Take off the robe, and then I'll help you move down, okay?
No, I have a chill. Do you think it's a shock to my system? First I'm warm, then I'm cold. Oh, don't listen to me. This whole thing is such a drag. Are you and Faith going out for dinner tonight, or doing something?
Oh, Faith's going to the movies with Patrick, and I'm going over to visit Frank. Well, listen, if you don't want me to go, that's fine. I'll stay.
No, really.
I just feel like I've left you 2 nights in a row.
Jill, listen, I'd feel worse if you stayed. I'm imposing enough sitting here like a stick. I hate it.
Don't say that. Listen, you are my sister. I like doing things for you. Really. Anyway, you just say the word and I'll cancel tonight's plans.
The word is go. I'll sleep through the pain.
All right. Okay, you know where I am. I'm going to be at Frank's. You know the extension. Then I have a consultation at my office. But I don't think I'll be all that late.
Do you know when?
Maybe around 11, maybe sooner.
Well, don't hurry on my account, really. And say hello to Frank for me.
I will. Okay, you have a good night. I'll see you later.
Good night.
Ooh.
Well, I'll just poke my head in for a second. Hi.
Hi.
Jill said you're still in quite a bit of pain.
Yeah, when I move my head the slightest way.
You've just got to try to relax. I know it's easier said than done, but Maggie, you've got to relax.
I don't mean to complain.
Oh, come on, you have every right. Having back pain is pure agony. You know, I could get a nurse's aide to come over and
No,
help.
really, I'll be okay. I just need to sleep. I think I can now.
Okay.
Have a good time.
Oh, I will.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye. Night already.
Thanks for bringing them.
Well, we figured it was about time.
It sure is.
All right. Come on, Jano. Hop aboard here. That's all right. This is my good side.
How's your bad side, Daddy?
You know what? It's almost as good as my good side. Did Jill tell you I'll be leaving here in a day or two? And you know what? I think for a few days anyway, I'm going to need a walking cane. You want the job?
Yeah.
All right. That's great. I'm going to have Jill on the one hand and Jano on the other.
Is this the one where I got married in? It's not so small. I could have squeezed in.
Well, no, this isn't the room, Jano. That was a special room called the intensive care unit. That's just for people who need, well, intensive care.
Like Uncle Patsy when he hurt his head?
That's right. You know, Jano, I'm awfully sorry you couldn't be at the wedding, but you know what? We're going to do it all over again, and this time we're going to have a big party, and you are going to be the guest of honor.
You're going to get married again?
Yeah. Well, you see, we cut a few legal corners last time, and I think New York State will appreciate it if we go strictly by the rules.
Mm-hmm.
With another cake?
Yeah.
A cake, absolutely. A cake is a high priority.
Why don't you just wait till you came home?
Well, it's like this. Jill and I promised each other that as soon as I pulled through this thing, we'd get married, without waiting for even 1 minute. We didn't want to break that promise to each other. You understand?
I was scared that you wouldn't get better.
Say, don't you remember I told you one time that, God willing, you can't keep a good man down?
You're a good man, Daddy.
Yeah, you're a good man too, Tiger.
I brought you a wedding present.
You did?
Too, Jill.
Ooh,
I didn't buy it. I won it today at day camp.
what do you mean? Oh, look at that.
How'd
Did you win it?
I wanted it for a backwards race. It was backwards day today. We did everything backwards. It's a
Jono,
joke, sort of.
This is neato. It's terrific. What a practical gift.
Not only that, it's something we don't even have, so thanks a lot.
It will help you go in the right direction.
Yeah.
Well, we all need that.
We can go hiking, all of us.
Say, listen, Jano. You know, Jill and I would like to do lots of things with you. Hiking and swimming, making pancakes on Sunday mornings.
Are we going to live together now?
Well, would you like that?
Yes. Oh, yes, I would.
Jonah, you remember when you were little, we used to talk about that?
But I didn't think it'd ever come true.
Well, now it can.
Will I still be able to see Grandma and Grandpa like Warren does and sleep over sometimes?
Oh, sure, you bet.
Can I still have that loft bed that Faith gave me?
Of course you can. It's your loft bed.
Okay, when do I move in?
Well, wait a minute, wait just a minute. I still have to get permission from the courts. But I don't think I'll have any real problem there.
Good. Johnny, how could you do that to me?
What are you so upset about?
You treat me like I don't even exist.
Oh, come on, Dee.
Johnny, do you know how that makes me feel? I can't believe it. You let Jill take little John to see Frank without even asking my permission?
Well, you weren't around to ask.
Frank marries Jill, and all of a sudden it's like I lose my right to do what I feel is best for my son. I am still little John's mother. Half his blood is mine, Johnny.
Nobody is taking your badge away, Dee. The boy simply wanted to see his father.
Well, maybe I should decide when to take him. And maybe I should decide when the best time for him is. And Johnny, you should know better. He is not a night person. He's a morning person.
So, you sleep a little later tomorrow.
I think little John has to stick to a regular schedule. And from now on, I am not going to let selfish people interfere with my son's life.
Oh, 3 minutes early. Very nice. I like that. Welcome.
Thanks.
So how'd you get down here?
I took a cab, but I can only stay a short while.
Well, cab. Bet that wasn't as much fun as the bus, huh, Maggie?
Look, Stanley.
Do you know what I did just for you? Huh? I shaved real close. Doesn't that feel good?
Wonderful.
Huh? Oh, you feel nice, too. Soft like peach fuzz. Ooh, and that perfume. You could drive a guy wild.
Look, Stanley, I'm here because I promised.
Right.
But I'm taking too big a chance. Jill and Faith left me flat on my back with an ice pack. I've got to get back before they do.
Hey, don't sweat it, babe. If they get back before you do, you just make up another story. You're real good at
Cut
that.
it out, Stanley. If they find out I lied about my back, they won't believe anything I say. So please, don't spoil it for me. I don't want my sister to throw me out.
Can always bed down here, Peach Fuzz, huh? It's not very fancy, but look what comes with it. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on, what do you think I am? I'm not going to make trouble for you.
Good. Because they gotta believe me. I think they do. I mean, deep down inside, I'm as good as they are. And I love living in that beautiful house.
Yeah, all that money.
It's not the money. It's a feeling that I'm somebody.
Babe, I am with you. You landed in the roses. It's great.
Promise me you won't mess it up.
I said I'm with you. Now, come on. You took a cab. You came all the way down here. What are we wasting time for? Hmm?
Good, I've got that.
Important thing is we get a real early start in the morning.
And pack a huge lunch. Maybe fried chicken, huh?
With extra drumsticks.
Oh, absolutely.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Delia.
Hi, Dee. Honey, if you want a drum, I can buy it for you.
I don't want a drum.
I thought you said you need drumsticks.
To eat, we're going fishing.
Not tonight, you're not.
No, when Daddy's better, and I'm living with him. With him and Jill.
Well, I don't think you should count your fish until they're hatched, okay, sweetie? You know, I would like to talk to the two of you about these wonderful plans you have.
Listen, Tiger, there's a TV in the lounge a couple of doors down. Why don't you go check those baseball scores for me, huh?
Okay.
Attaboy.
Honey, could I have a kiss? Jill, before you ask my son to go anywhere, I want you to ask me first. And when you ask me, the answer is going to be no.
Maybe I should wait outside, because I don't think I can stomach this conversation.
No, I think you should stay. This is to the both of you. I want you to stop filling little John's head with these fairy tales about his coming to live with you.
The only fairy tale is the one you're telling yourself. That it's not going to happen.
Well, it's not going to happen because it's never going to happen.
Delia. Jill and I have wanted to make a home for little John for over 8 years. He knows it, and he wants it.
Frank, I don't care if you've been planning this for 800 years. It is not fair. It is cruel just to march into someone's life and ruin it.
All right, listen, if you want to discuss this thing rationally, fine. But if you're going to start in about ruining lives...
Well, I don't think it's fair to discuss with the two of you, especially the two of you against me. Both of you with your mumbo-jumbo and your legal loopholes and your judges and your politicians who are on your side. Of course, that didn't help you win the election. Well, maybe I have something stronger on my side. Stronger and incorruptible. Motherhood.
And the flag. And apple pie.
Of course you're his mother. You'll always be his mother. No one's ever going to take that away
So
from
then
you.
why are you trying to take little John away from me?
I'm not. He's my son. I'm inviting him to come and live in my home with me. And it's something that he wants, Dee. It's not just my idea. The important thing here is what is in his best interest.
You think it's in his best interest that you're busy during the day, that you have your meetings at night? Who's going to be there when he comes home from school? He wants his milk and cookies, or when he's homesick with a virus?
Come on, Celia, you know we're going to work all of that
Oh,
out.
how are you going to work that out? You're going to get some stranger in the house? Some housekeeper? You know what a housekeeper does? They keep house. You can't buy a mother's love. I have been taking care of him and raising him for nearly 10 years now.
No, Dee, you haven't been taking care of him. You've been sleeping in the room next to his while my parents took care of him.
I'm going to forgive you for that because you are a very sick man.
Look, Delia, I don't want to fight with you.
I want to fight. I want to fight. I will fight you tooth and nail for little John. You think of me as your poor, betrayed, weak wife. Well, I'm not. I am a strong and independent woman, and I am a better mother for it.
Since when? Since a few months ago when you tried to set him up as a thief and a liar?
Maeve and Johnny are going to be very upset if you take little John away, and God knows what they're going to do when you take him away.
Well, maybe if they know that little John is staying with us, there won't be any need for you to stay at Ryan's.
What's that?
My couch.
It looks like a bed.
Well, you want it to be a bed? Just take the pillows off, and it's a bed.
I want it to be a couch.
Well, then you put the pillows back on, and it's a couch. Now, come on. Come on, sit down. Come on. Closer. Come on, closer, closer. It's better, isn't it? Huh? Is that better? Huh? It's better.
You're making it hard for me to breathe.
Oh, that's the idea. Take your breath away. Huh?
I can't get any closer.
Oh, you want to bet? The only thing between us are these thin layers of cotton,
Don't.
Oh, you ticklish, huh? You ticklish here? Huh? Oh, I like the way you move. Oh, that shows promise.
Well, I can't move with you holding me like that.
Okay. Just want to make sure you don't run out on me again.
I'm not running out.
Good. Good. Just relax. Just relax. Why don't we, pretend we're on a cross-country bus, huh? You liked it when you were sitting next to me on the bus, huh, Maggie?
Sure. It was air-conditioned.
And then when we hit New York, you said we were going to get to be real close friends. You weren't kidding when you said that, were you?
No, I meant it.
And I was good to you, wasn't I?
Very good.
Oh, yeah, I bought you shrimp cocktails and T-bone steaks. But you were hungry for something else, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
For what, Maggie?
You know,
I want to hear you say it.
Stanley,
Say it.
for you. You turn me on.
Oh, I know that. Tell me why.
There's something about you.
What?
Your face. Your expression. That sexy look that I can't see your face when you're so close.
Well, try to imagine it, huh? You just imagine what it looks like in my eyes. Oh, just turn you on too, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you drive me crazy. Oh, Maggie, you smell so good. What is that perfume, huh?
Bare shoulders.
Oh, Bare shoulders, huh? That's what I want to see. I want to see those bare shoulders. Oh, Maggie. Maggie. What?
Maybe we ought to skip the preliminaries. I don't have all night, you know.
Okay, okay. All right, then, let's get right to the main event, huh?
Stanley?
What?
Wait.
Oh, what? What is it?
I can't do this.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not now.
I can't do this without telling you something first.
Saturday, Hooker goes all out to find the robbers who severely injured his ex-wife on T.J. Hooker. Then Charo keeps the crew on overtime, and it's love at first sight for a girl on her first cruise on the Love Boat. After, a reporter claims Mr. Rourke is a fraud on Fantasy Island. Has Erica discovered Laura's secret? Watch All My Children next. Now stay tuned for FYI with Hal Linden, and discover why expectant fathers can experience morning sickness too.
Yeah, 10 seconds ago, you couldn't wait to get to the main event, babe.
But it wouldn't be fair if I didn't warn you first.
Warn me?
Stanley, if I didn't care so much about you, I wouldn't...
Warn me about what?
I haven't seen a doctor yet, because I don't have any of the symptoms, so far.
Well, symptoms? What kind of symptoms, huh?
See, I had this steady boyfriend, Tacoma. I mean, I thought he was steady. Only he must have been cheating on me with somebody else. Only he didn't tell me till it was too late. After we'd been real close. But I broke up with him. Stanley, don't stare at me like that. It's not as if I've got the plague. Exactly.
You got any more surprises? Surprise!
You look marvelous.
So do you. That must mean that Frank is tap dancing already.
Oh, almost. But the leg is healing beautifully, and he should be out of the hospital maybe by tomorrow.
Terrific. I saw the light on, so I dropped my bags downstairs. I figured Faith was home.
No, Faith's at the movies with Patty.
So you're here, they're out, you're minding the store?
No, I'm still living here.
Not for security reasons, I hope.
No, for practical reasons. Raj, listen, I want to hear all about Sharon and the cruise and all of that. But first I want to tell you some marvelous news about me.
They recounted the vote and you won the election.
I wish, but wrong. But it's even better than that. Roger, I found out that my real mother is alive and well. And I also have a half-sister, a beautiful, adorable half-sister named Maggie, and she's upstairs right now.
Open.
Hi. I just wanted to say goodnight.
Well, hi. Come on in. Have a seat.
Don't mind if I do. So, how you doing?
Oh,
Uh-oh. Either it was something you ate or you're ready to kill. Delia?
Oh, dinner was fine.
Then I'll go warn Deke.
Now sit down.
Now, that sounds like the old Siobhan.
Oh, no. The old Siobhan would be skydiving into a whirlpool by now, flying off into 6 different directions. But she did live by her motto, she did. Leap before you look. Act before you think. Oh, God, I'm so tired of thinking. This makes me more confused.
About what?
Bill Hyde. I like him. I really like him. More than I thought I could.
Straightforward, positive statement. Doesn't sound a bit confused to me.
Patty, I'm still very much in love with Joe. I still feel married to him, and of course I want him to come back. So why the hell am I getting myself involved with Bill Hyde?
Maybe because you're human. You have human needs. You can't live in a state of suspended animation. And I guess maybe because you want to become involved.
I don't know what I want. I go to sleep at night thinking about Joe, wondering where he is and why I haven't heard anything. And I'm scared that he's dead. I'm scared that he's alive and he doesn't want to come home. And I'm scared that I'll stop hoping. And then I wake up in the morning wanting to see Bill. I like being with him. He makes me laugh. He makes me aware of how much I miss being loved and loving.
You don't mention feelings. Do you feel anything for him, Siobhan?
Affection? Well, I thought maybe we could go out and have a good time and keep it strictly platonic. And he knows how I feel about Joe, and he's accepted it, and he's fine about it.
Well, doesn't sound like a problem. It sounds like you've made a good friend. And it's healthy for you. Getting dressed up, going out, being sociable.
Well, no. The problem is that it just won't work, a platonic relationship. Because I don't want it.
Oh. Well, that's healthy, too. That's healthier.
But I don't want to use him, Pat. Oh, why couldn't he be the big, insufferable, pompous, egotistical bore I thought he was? But he's not. He's not any of those things. He's a nice, decent, lovable guy.
You don't want to hurt him.
No. Last night I had dinner over at his house in Queens where I met his mother. You know what she said? She said that I was the first girl he's brought home since his father died.
So he's really serious about you.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it tough. Especially if you want to be fair.
Oh, well, I want to be fair to myself, too. I mean, Bill is a good man, and if Joe's not in my future, Bill could be. I feel like I've known him for 100 years, and we just understand each other so well, you know?
Like with me and Faith.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, 'cause nothing needs to be decoded.
I know it, and sitting there last night with his watching his mother and him, it was like watching you and my, you know, all the joking and just the easy love between the two of us. It was weird, Pat. It was really weird. I felt like I was here. I felt like I'd come home, and oh God, and then I do come home and I just ache for Joe. I don't know what to do.
Anything I say will only add to your confusion.
Say it anyway.
I think you ought to go for the good times. You're young, you're alive, you're here, Bill's here, he likes you, you like him, I like him. And who's to say if any of us are going to make it across the street tomorrow?
That's it?
That's what I think. What I know is something else. You and Joe had that once-in-a-lifetime, you're lucky if you find it kind of love. I don't have to remind you the kind of hell you both went through trying to make it together, and I can't really see you letting go of that. Not unless you're damn sure that he's not alive.
But how do I know if there's no one to tell me?
If
he's not alive, there must be some way to find it out. If he is alive and he's not getting in touch, I'm sure there's some good reason.
Oh, God, thank you. Oh, you don't know how hard I've worked to talk myself out of that one. So, where am I about Bill now?
So what's going on?
Hi, we're just having a discussion about Siobhan's life.
Yeah, it's what you call the Magical Misery Tour with yours truly on lead vocals.
And Bill Hyde.
Who said anything about Bill Hyde?
I did. And I'd like to say a few more things, if you listen.
It's everywhere.
Let me digest this slowly. Your sister is upstairs, and you found your mother?
Well, no, not yet. I haven't met her, but Maggie and I are hoping, Margaret Shelby, my half-sister, we're hoping that we get this letter so that I can write her and tell her to hop the next plane.
Gillian, I distinctly remember stepping on shore a few hours ago. Why do I still feel I'm at sea?
Because I am muddling this hopelessly.
Well, then I strongly suggest a little de-muddling solution for me. You two?
No, I'm not confused. I just need to be a little more coherent. Our father was in Australia. He met my mother and fell in love with her. Then she moved here. She remarried, and she had 2 children, Maggie and Benedict. But Maggie said she didn't want to get in touch with me because she didn't want to, interrupt my well-adjusted, happy life.
Oh, in the bosom of the happy, well-adjusted Coleridge clan, huh?
This is a wonderful family. But, Roger, Judith never loved me as a mother, and now I have a mother who will. Don't you see, Maggie tells me that she's a widow. She's warm and loving and very generous.
Money?
Yeah, evidently. Well, I mean, enough to travel and visit ancient ruins. Oh, Raj, I can't wait to meet her.
Neither can I. When is she coming?
Well, that's just it. We have to wait until we get this letter.
With a return address?
Exactly. She doesn't even know that I know that she's alive.
Whoa. Wait, you're muddling me again. Then how did she send, Maggie?
Uh-huh.
How did she send Maggie to see you?
She didn't. You see, she saw my picture in a magazine during the campaign. So she told Maggie about me for the first time, and Maggie said, let's get in touch with her. And Beth said, no, I don't want to interrupt her life. So she left for Mexico, and Maggie decided to come here all on her own from Washington, the state.
Demystification has set in. Thank you. So, young Maggie is how young?
20.
Oh, Lord, is anybody that young anymore?
Roger, very innocent, straightforward, and unspoiled.
So young Maggie is here for a get-acquainted visit.
Uh-huh. But I'm hoping that we convince her to stay here and go to school in New York. Raj, I've grown very fond of her.
Haven't I always said that 2 sisters are better than one?
Yeah, you have. Oh, Roger! I can't tell you. I've got family fever. I want everybody under the same roof. I mean, you and Faith and Frank and Maggie.
Frank, he's going to be collected here, too?
Yeah. Well, just for a little while, until Maggie gets better, Oh, I forgot to tell you. She sprained her back. She has a sacral...
Lumbosacral? Ouch.
Exactly. So listen, she's bedridden, and, well, Frank is not quite ambulatory.
So you're going to take care of two birds with one Jillian?
And one Faith. Oh, she's been marvelous to me and Maggie.
Need I say that I'm looking forward to extending my very special Coleridge hello to your sister?
I knew you would. Oh, I've got an idea. Do you want to meet her? Right now, she's upstairs. Right this moment.
I'm sorry, Stanley. You're disappointed in me, aren't you?
Yeah, I thought you were a better liar.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like your mother is digging worms in Mexico, huh? Oh, and you lost all your traveler's checks. Oh, and you're aching back.
I said those lies to make myself look better than I am. To make my sister care about me. Why would I want to make myself look worse?
You tell lies, babe, to get what you want.
I want you, Stanley. think it's easy to tell somebody you like you...
You would have told me before. See, straight away. You wouldn't have let me kiss you.
Well, kissing's all right, I think.
Yeah? You know what I think? I think that you are a little tease. But teasing time is now over. Because I'm ready for action, whether you want it or not.
Any girl would want you, Stanley. I bet you got dozens of girls, healthy girls, crazy about you. Bring your phone up and I'll
Hey, Stan,
try to break down your door.
Oh, hey, Ralph, leave me alone, man. Come on. Hey, give me a break, man. I am not alone in here. I got a little tease here. It's cool. I can handle it.
Tease on hold. We got an audition of Jelly Bellies, man.
Jelly Belly, the jazz club? Hey, man, why don't you say so in the first place?
They want to cover to an original. We got to go like now.
Well, wait a minute. How long is the gig for?
I mean, how much rent? How do they find out about us? Will they catch our gigs?
Grab your box. Come on,
You
let's
send them a demo? Oh, Maggie. Hey, Maggie, I'll catch you another time, huh, babe? Take it easy. You got the charts?
Yes, indeed. I would like very much to meet the adorable Maggie.
Oh, good.
But if you don't mind, before I tackle those stairs, I would like very much to fortify myself with another one of these.
The beautiful skin.
Well, you were talking about Bill, huh?
Yeah, we were, but we finished talking about Bill.
Oh. Too late for me to voice an opinion?
Be my guest.
I like him.
Well, that makes three of us.
No, I mean, I really like him. I like seeing him around here. He's friendly, he's well-spoken, highly thought of on the force. I mean, one look at the man, and you know, there's a man you can trust. Admire.
So?
So? Keep your head on your shoulders. Oh, come on, Siobhan, you know what I'm trying to say. I like the idea that you're seeing Bill Hyde. Sweetheart, you're a young woman. I mean, you're too full of life. You're too gorgeous to just lock yourself away and moon about things that are over and done with. And never should have been in the first place.
Look, I think Siobhan's had it for tonight. Why don't we let her turn in, then you and I can get a couple of beers, shoot the...
I don't want a beer. All I'm saying is give Bill Hyde a chance, huh? Now, your mother tells me that he's serious about you, and then you could be serious about him. If you just give up this pipe dream about Joe coming back.
What? She didn't say that.
No, she didn't. But I am saying it.
Yeah. You know what? You're the one with the pipe dream. You could care less about Joe coming back. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Look, for the first time in 4 years, Yvonne, we can go to sleep around here and not have to worry about getting our heads blown off. Ryan's is safe. You're safe. And you got a man on the right side of the law who wants to do right by you.
Don't you dare imply that Joe didn't do right by me. He only saved my life, and he cared so much for Mother's and yours that he left to protect us all.
Take it easy. No more bad-mouthing Joe, okay?
Yeah, I should have known she'd overreact. Some things never change,
No, they
do
don't.
they?
No, they don't, because some people just cling to these petrified viewpoints.
No, that's what I'm not anymore. I'm not petrified. We can all sleep peacefully around here
yes.
now.
Well, don't include the me with the we. I miss Joe very much, and I love him dearly.
Siobhan, the man could be dead.
Oh, please, I don't want to hear this.
I'm just being realistic, right, Pat? I mean, what else can I say?
Nothing more about Joe. She knows how you feel about him.
It was Bill I wanted to talk about.
All right, now she knows how you feel about Bill. Important thing is how Siobhan feels.
Well, Siobhan feels this is all a bit ridiculous. I mean, I'm a grown woman, and my brother and my father are sitting in my bedroom talking about my date. I mean, come on.
Right. Come on, let's pack it in, Doc.
All right. I've said my little piece. It's just that you've looked so happy lately.
A family that stays together all night doesn't get any sleep.
I guess I should say goodnight, huh?
Good night, Doc.
Oh, sweetheart, I just want you to be happy.
I know you do. I know you do. Good night, Pat. Thank you.
Sleep well.
Hello.
Hello, Pop.
too late?
No. I'm glad you did. What's up?
I just got a message on my service. We report to Captain Hollaback first thing tomorrow morning for our new assignment.
No kidding? Well, that's great.
Yeah, I think so, too. Side by side with you, and I get paid for it, even.
Well, I think we're going to be some team.
We already are. Wish you weren't so far away.
I'm not. I'm just a few hours away till morning.
I would have called you anyway. Didn't get to see you today, and I wanted to hear you say goodnight.
Good night. Bill?
Yeah?
I had a really nice time last night, all of it.
Wanted to hear you say that again, too. Good night, Siobhan.
Weekdays.
Sure you won't join me? I was about to propose a toast to the new sibling.
What happened if I do it with a cup of tea?
Tea with toast?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose. Tea and toast.
Okay, I'm going to make pot.
Then you may take me upstairs and formally introduce me to the wondrous Maggie.
Terrific.
Hi there. Must be Maggie. How's your back?
Dreams come true. Then, Matt Houston premieres. But a deadly double created by a ruthless Texas oil baron wants him dead. Lottery, then Matt Houston. Tonight, starting at 8/7 Central and Mountain.
Tony plans for a future with Jenny on All My Children next. Now,
Monday morning at 9.
I said hello.
Hello. You scared me.
Well, actually, you scared me too, tiptoeing in like that. Your, back's better, I take it. You are Maggie.
Yes. I just... Are you Roger?
Mm-hmm.
Look, Jillian's out, and I thought the house was empty.
Right.
So I...
And tiptoed in.
Oh, I only did that because...
Of your back.
Yeah. You've been on vacation. How did you know about me?
Raj?
That's how. Yeah?
Oh, God.
You sure you don't want some of this?
The tea? No, I'll stick with the gin. I don't like to mix drinks.
Please.
What's going on?
Just... What? Just let me go, please. I'll explain everything later, I promise. Just let me go.
I'm not stopping you.
Don't.
Roger, would you please tell me what is going on?
Well, that's, exactly what I was wondering.
See things.
Are you still on your high horse?
Don't you dare talk to me in that manner. You wouldn't dare talk to Jill like that, and Jill was born on a high horse. I mean mine, that's her whole attitude. And she knows absolutely nothing about child raising. Absolutely nothing. Zip. Zero.
All right. Now just pipe down. You'll wake little John.
All she knows is how to take my son out of his home without asking me my permission, and you think that's just fine. And I'm trying to tell you the truth.
All right. Now just listen to me. It's enough ruckus for one night. Little John asked to see his father. Jill took him to the hospital, and that's that.
Honey, she's trying to get custody of my son.
I said that's that. What's this mess here, anyway?
Little John's T-shirts. Trying to sew them up, and I can't do it. It seems to be hopeless. I'm going to have to buy him all new ones.
May rip those up for the rag pile.
Well, that's not the point. That's not the point. No, the point is that little John needs his own mother. How am I going to make them listen?
That's right, but I
Book salad for dinner this week. Different clients every night.
Please listen. Little John starts school. He needs clothes.
Well, how about breakfast? Very important people.
Frank, darling, can we do breakfast with Carter Incorporated?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
But little John needs clothes. And he's got to start school.
Hey, who gave him this article about my being Little League?
Who do you think it's
He's our only child.
Hey, take a look at this. I'm back on the front page.
Hey, we're busy here. Get out. Come on.
8 a.m. at the Golden Shaft. Mr. and Mrs. Ryan.
Bobby Carter at the Golden Calf.
Do you ever think of taking little John for breakfast? Of course not. Thank God I'm his mother.
You see what he put in here?
I had the White House on the phone.
She's the only person who understands. I need May. The rabbi isn't here, Mommy. She's collecting for the bishop's fund. Then she's cooking for the church supper. Then she's working at the hospital for needy children. But what about my needy child? Johnny!
Now, Dave, for the last time, that's enough ruckus for one night.
You know what? I'm the only person who cares.
Oh, what absolute nonsense. Well, my little man, have I a surprise for you? Your own suite in the new triplex. Plus a brand new wardrobe that your nanny is picking out right now. Plus a night at the theater with anyone you wish to invite. Now, how does that sound?
I want to invite my mommy. I love my mommy. I love my mommy. And I love you too, honey. I love my mommy. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. I love my mommy. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. I love you. I'll never let you go. 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 Never.
Did I hear voices out here?
That's what I was wondering. They must have been ours, the voices.
Oh. How many of those have you had, anyway?
This is my first refill.
Oh, yeah, sure. Listen, I'm making a pot of tea for Maggie and me. I'm going to make you a cup of coffee.
Great, I'm steady as a rock. Look at that hand.
You were such a strange creature. I'm glad you're home. I missed you. You can drink whatever you like.
I missed you, too. No, I'm really looking forward to meeting your sister.
Oh, she's so sweet.
A real innocent, huh?
She is going to steal your heart away.
I think your water's boiling.
It is.
Unless Maggie whistles for you.
I'll go fix the tray, all right?
Oh, I will take that coffee if it's no trouble.
No trouble at all. It'll only take me a minute.
All clear.
Close the door, please.
Well?
I know what you're thinking. I look like some sort of lie or something. But a bunch of things happened today. Yesterday, really. Is she on her way up?
No, we have about 5 minutes. Start explaining.
Okay. Okay, well, first of all, I am Julian's sister. That's for real. My mother is Elizabeth Hillier Shelby, and she met and fell in love with your father. And he fell in love with her in Australia when they were in the Navy.
I heard.
I swear it's true. I have birth certificates.
I have a question. Why did you fake the back injury?
Because
You're about to lie. Don't.
I'm not. I'm not. I wouldn't. Because I was afraid I'd have to leave. Jillian's husband wanted them to move into his apartment. Well, there's not enough room for me there. But with the back injury...
Then you'd have Jill right where you wanted her. Serving you hand and foot.
No, I just wanted time with her. I just found her. I couldn't let her go yet. She's wonderful. She's everything. She's what I'd like to be.
You lose. She's honest.
So am I. But I'm scared. And she would be too. And so would you.
Interesting. I'll get back to that. Now, why did you make such an elaborate play for time? Immobilized yourself, supposedly, and then risked it all tonight by sneaking out.
I had to. That's what I meant before. This man forced me.
I beg your pardon?
She's coming.
Stop that. Now, what man forced you? How? All right, she's putting me on again. I'll call her up here and we'll leave this out on the line.
All right. All right. His name is Stanley. I met him on the bus coming out here from Tacoma. He had a crush on me, and I sort of played up to him because I was hungry, okay? And I had no money. I had to sell my best sweater right in the bus station just to get the money, just to get here one way. Anyway, this creep Stanley shows up last night and starts yelling at me from out the street. I almost died. So I ran downstairs, and I promised to meet him tonight so he'd leave. And now he's threatening to tell Jillian that I'm nobody, and that Mama's nobody, unless I sleep with him. I got away from him this time, but I don't know about next time. Maybe I'll poison him. But Jillian is my sister, and it's like a dream being here with her. I've got to stay.
Roger?
Help me.
I'm up in Maggie's room.
Yo, Dad!
Yo, it's open!
Lose something?
I didn't lose them. She stole them. Jillian's birth certificate, the lock of baby hair, the picture of me and Ed Coleridge, everything.
But she doesn't even know you.
What?
Jillian, the one you gave up. How could she steal?
I am talking about Maggie.
I don't get it.
You don't have to get it. As long as I do, buddy. Oh, just wait, little girl, till I get my hands on you.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. You can't now. You can't what?
Miss Kirkland, I need your signature.
Remember that question.
And as long as you're still here, do you want to go over that inventory list?
Lynn, you work too hard. Go home, have dinner, play with your kids.
I'm not married.
Neither am I, come to think of it. I mean, go to a movie, take a dance class, go swimming.
Well, maybe I'll play with my sister's kids. Good night.
Good night. What an odd thing for me to suggest. So where were we? You can't what?
I can't seem to finish this column, but what the heck, maybe I'll take a break.
No, I just came in here to show you something. Hey, I thought you wrote your column yesterday.
Yeah, well, that was the last one. This is the next one.
Oh. I can go away.
Why don't we, take a nap?
We're on company time.
Everything here's company time. 5 shows a week, 4 columns. May as well sleep here. You may as well join me.
You're not doing 5 shows a week yet, you know, mister. Besides, I just came in here to show you something.
Oh, good. Then I'll show you something.
Show me something. Look. See the beautiful thing? This came in the mail this afternoon. I think I'm going to put my house keys on it and keep it forever. Guess who made it?
Who?
Ryan.
She sent you this in the mail.
Mm-hmm. I think this may be the best present I have ever received. There I was, up to my eyeballs in resumes for a new producer for you, and in comes Lynn with this mangled little envelope, and out comes this beautiful thing, this key thing. I think we have a terrific kid. Well, it is a beautiful thing, isn't it? I mean, I really must write and thank you for it.
We have a terrific kid.
Slip of the tongue. Okay. On to our professional lives here.
Slips of the tongue. Tell the truth.
Thank you, Sigmund Freud. Now, can I have my beautiful thing? And you take a look at the resumes in here for new potential producers for the Evening News with Jack Finelli.
You're changing the subject.
No, I'm just trying to get back to the subject that we originally started on, which is you on the air 5 nights a week. And incidentally, you know, doing a show 5 nights a week and writing a column is going to be pretty hard on you. Have you got any thoughts about how you're going to manage that? And just for the record, I think moving in here is out.
But that was a joke.
Oh, good. I like Weehawken Street. It may be small, it may be out of the way, but...
It's rent control, cheap. Look, I'll manage the 5 shows and the 4 columns because I have to. I'll figure it out.
Why do you have to?
Because of a little piece of paper I signed. It's called a contract.
A contract can be bought out, you know.
I don't want to do that. Writing is important to me.
I know it's important to you, but, you know, your sanity is important, too. And there is such a thing as too much work. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Who knows, once you get started working on your TV show, the rest of this may just work itself out. It has happened.
You're right.
You mean to tell me we just did it again?
Did what?
We just worked our way through a molehill without turning it into a mountain?
We're getting pretty good at that.
Hey, give us another 50 years, we aren't going to need words at all. We'll communicate strictly by hugs and kisses. Our grandchildren will take one look at us and say, get a load of those 2 old coots. And we'll say, you just mind your manners, young people. We are practicing a fine art. It took 50 years to master.
Grandchildren?
Oh.
Our kid, our grandchildren, talk about a problem solving itself. Okay, I'm not going to mention marriage. I tell you what, give me a half an hour to finish this column, and then we'll go home and see about that nap.
You're being awfully smug, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
While you're waiting, you should check Freud on slips of the tongue.
You were supposed to wait for me.
Well, I couldn't very well ignore Maggie.
Hi. Hi. Just in case he didn't think to introduce himself, this is my brother Roger. And be prepared. He's just coming down off of his vacation.
Now, Jillian, don't frighten her. I just charmed Maggie into telling me a real-life story. Go on.
Well, how long has he been here?
Not long. How's Frank doing?
Well, cross your fingers. I think he's going to be back home by tomorrow. Listen, I don't want to interrupt the life story. I'll pour and you talk.
You were telling me about the time you were frightened on the stairway.
Really? When you were little?
No.
Well, was it more recent? What kind of story was it? Was it like ours?
No. I mean, you're teasing. We just said hello when you came in.
Oh,
We said a lot more than that.
I told you he's wired tonight. Behave.
Jillian, if you knew what a first-class gentleman I'm being. You know, from the first moment I saw Maggie, actually heard her in the hallway.
I called. I was calling you, but he came. And he's very nice and very handsome. And I don't mind teasing at all. When I know you better, I'll tease you back. Really, I'll surprise you someday.
So, what do you have to say about that?
No. Here's to Maggie knowing me better.
I have a feeling that you just won the first round. Oh, why were you calling me?
I wasn't. Oh, when Roger came, that...
Her back was hurting.
Well, is it worse?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, she hasn't been doing things around the room, has she? No bending, no lifting. Pat said a week in bed.
Yeah, I'm sure she's been in bed all evening, one way or another. And listen to Maggie. Stop worrying about your little sister and trust her to do what she knows is right. You do know what you want, right?
Most of the time. I know I'm sleepy all of a sudden. Would you mind if I skip the tea for now?
No, of course not. Listen, you get some sleep, okay? We'll see you in the morning.
Okay. Good night, Roger.
Sweet dreams. Oh, I'll take the tray now.
Oh, thanks, Roger. Good night.
Thank you.
We must talk again. Breakfast? Good. Oh, how do you like your eggs?
Scrambled.
Till tomorrow.
I knew she didn't sound right on the phone. Stranger every time she called. Big opportunities in L.A. Roommates with no names, right? Well, let me tell you something. She never went near L.A. She went to New York.
Hey, you don't think she's trying to find your other daughter?
She's not trying to do anything. She's found Jillian. And she struck gold. She thinks that she's died and gone to heaven. Well, honey, she's coming down to earth, and real soon.
Technology cleans and circulates air without a fan or filters, and
On my hands all day, I'm doing nothing, you know. I'm sure your own mother didn't do that either.
I don't want to discuss my mother with you. I think it's totally inappropriate.
I'm sorry. That was dumb. Let me tell you something, honey. I loved your dad. He was probably the best thing that ever happened in my life. But I never meant any harm to your mother. I stayed out of their lives. For Jillian's sake, and yours, and Roger's. I respect family.
Then why this silly masquerade, Bess? Your mother, how could you watch Jill suffer like that, waiting for you?
I hope you never get trapped in something that you don't know how to get out of.
Well, she has you now, and she's happy, and I'm happy she's happy. Everyone's happy.
Well, I'm happy that you're happy.
One big happy little family, huh? Let me take your coat.
Is that hot coffee? Oh, yeah, I'll get some more cups.
No, you stay put. I'll get some in just a minute as soon as I defrost.
Oh, it is so cold out there. It's good to be home. Well, I'm glad the two of you are. Bess, don't plan on me for dinner, because I don't think I'll have to wait till then to tell you what I have to tell you.
You're going on a diet?
I'm moving out of the house.
This is horrible.
Cute bunch, huh? So are their burial customs. Not funny, Sydney.
I'm sorry. It's my macabre sense of humor.
Imagine if this was the same cement that was used in the bridge that collapsed. Now that would be a dynamite story.
It's not so far-fetched.
I was joking.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
You mean you think there might be some connection between this gang murder and,
It's an execution, right? Same people execute construction contracts. Novotny relative is Deep Six. Joe Novak surfaces. Interesting coincidence, huh?
You think Joe Novak might be involved with this?
I was going to ask you the same question, Jack. The very same question.
What are we going to do about our house? You never answered me before. Can I ask Max to buy us one?
No, no more favors from Max.
The money means nothing to him.
Well, it does to me. I want to provide for you by myself. Now, I will buy us our house when I'm ready and able.
Well, I hope it's soon. Very soon. Because it'll have to have a nursery.
Jacqueline, are you pregnant?
Well, I'm a few days late. It's possible. Wouldn't it be lovely if I were? Joseph Maximilian Novak. Or Josette Maxine. Or possibly twins. Joseph and Josette.
Yeah. This changes everything.
About the house?
No, about our plans to stay on here in Nice permanently. Well, look, we have the oceans. We have clean air. Green space. I mean, it's perfect. Given an option like this, how could we possibly choose to raise a child in New York?
I've seen perfectly happy, healthy children raised there.
You'd be happier here, too, you know.
And you? What is it about New York that bothers you? I know there's something. Or someone. What? Who? Talk to me about it.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Sweetheart, you ought to come around here more often. Well, I better go over that montage that I was doing. I'll be in 109.
Never ends, does it? Well, I'd rather see them waste each other than innocent people.
Yeah, that's not why you, came here, though.
No. Those questions you asked me at the Christmas party, Jack, I got some answers now. Siobhan told me.
Joe's back.
He was. For a couple of weeks. Not anymore. He's in Nice with his wife, enjoying the sun and swimming in money.
His wife?
He married into the Dubujac family, if you can believe that. Some deal he made to get out of the mob. And not a branch of the Dubujacs. The daughter of the Dubujac.
Max. Dubujac. Shipping. Oil. Gold mines. Joe Novak is sitting on $1 billion.
Yeah, well, he's going to be sitting in hot coals if he doesn't leave Siobhan alone. He saw her, Jack. He saw when he was back. And he managed to convince her that they can be together again, wife or no. And Siobhan is willing to settle for that.
Siobhan is willing...
Yeah, there's a new twist. Siobhan is saying they're still married in the eyes of God. I mean, talk about pride. Dignity, honesty, morality. You might as well talk to the wind.
No wonder Bill Hyde is worried.
Why is he worried?
He loves her. He knows her head's chop suey when it comes to Joe.
Why is he worried? Does Novotny think that... Does he think Siobhan's in danger?
Joe's in danger when Joe's around, isn't she?
He swore to her he was out of the mob. Excuse me, the organization.
Yeah, you believe that? See this guy? He's out of the mob. Once you're in, that's the only way you'll get out.
Frank wants to talk to you, too, but I thought that we should have some time alone.
Yeah, I do, too.
Can we sit down? I'm having a hard time digesting all of this. It seems so abrupt. I mean, do you really have to leave for the job so soon?
No.
Well, then I don't understand. What's wrong? This is your home. We are only here temporarily because there's room for all of us. I mean, look at the size of this place.
Jill, you haven't just spread out. I mean, I invited you to do that. But you've taken over.
That's not true. And it's not fair. I thought you, of all people, would be happy for me. No, for the first time, I feel like this is my home. Like I belong. And I do belong, and I'm not going to allow you to let me feel like an outsider, like I am asking for squatters' rights on my own father's property.
Wait a minute. What about my feelings? You haven't given me any consideration or any concession to the fact that I may need privacy, that this is my home, that I want to be quiet, that I might want to have a romantic interlude with Patrick. And he's not so liberated that he wants to wake up and sit across the breakfast table from his brother.
Why didn't you tell me all of this before?
Because I was protecting your feelings. Oh, Jill, I want you to be happy. And I wanted you to be happily reunited with your mother. But then it dawned on me. Who wants to see me happy? Who cares about me?
I'm sorry. I never knew that you weren't.
Because you are hanging on for dear life, that you're happily surrounded by your one big happy family finally. Well, it's a myth, Jill. Wake up. We're not. Ever since the day you talked Frank into moving into this house, so you could have Maggie by your side, we have been a very unhappy group, trying to be happy, playing roles that don't suit us.
That last remark was for my mother, wasn't it? I mean, now that I've added her to the entourage, that just completes the misery.
I don't have anything against your mother. I don't. I mean, when she was Betsy Traylor, I liked her then. And now that she's telling the truth, I like her even better. I mean, she's a good person, and she's warm and good-hearted.
Not a user and a taker like Maggie.